أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. To our dear viewers watching from all around the world, Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Safir TV, exclusively live from the plains of Karbala on what tonight is the night of the 11th of Muharram, also known as Shaam-e-Ghariba. We're your hosts, the Tejani brothers.
You can probably hear from behind us that the Dua Kumail is currently being recited in the Bain al-Haramain. And if you've seen the clips, you can see that the lights are pretty much all out. There's only a few lights still remaining, but majority of Bain al-Haramain is currently being lit by candlelight. We've got a number of various different mawakib that are still running, but generally this is a night of sorrow, of grief. We've had the recitation of Ziyarat Tazia a little earlier. And if you look, everyone is silent. The only sound you can hear is that of either crying or du'as and ziyarat being recited.
Absolutely. Just to let you know that you can also interact with us on the show. As ever, we have a live Facebook feed running at the moment. You can send your messages on there. We have a WhatsApp number at the bottom of your screen. You can call directly into that number, or you can write your messages into that number.
We've had a number of messages since our show earlier today. As you remember, we have 2 shows every day live on Safir TV up until the end of Saturday. So we have the show at 11 AM and 6 PM UK time again tomorrow and again on Saturday. So these are some of the messages from our ASHURA show saying, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please convey my deepest condolences to Imam Zaman on the occasion of the martyrdom of his grandfather, Aba Abdullah al-Hussein, and all shuhada of Karbala. I would like to request a dua for my mother's health. She's very ill. And also for the health and shifa of my children and my family, and for success through their life, especially for their deen and education. We also have a message saying, Salaams, may Allah give you both rewards for this ibadah. Please send our condolences to our Imam on this day of ASHURA, and please convey that, but please do dua that I can come and give pursa to my beloved Imam and my family next year, inshallah. Also my duas for my son Hashim, Zain and Kamran, from sister Tazeen Shamsi from Leicester in the UK, which is our hometown. Assalamu alaikum. Pray for our final exams. Pray for our exams of this world and Day of Judgment, for parents and all mu'mineen to be true followers of Imam Hussein. Please pray that one day we all can come to Karbala and recite Ziyarat to Imam Hussein. Ameen. Please send my salam to Mawlai and Imam Hussein and brother Abul Fazl Abbas from Muhammad Zaman Razai in Kabul in Afghanistan. We've got a message from brother Imtiaz Hussein saying, Allah bless all of you, please pray for me and my family. And we've got a message as well saying, Assalamu alaikum Tejani brothers, we listen to your albums all the time in the car, and your 2018 album, we are big fans. Alhamdulillah, thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much for your messages, all of you. It is what you send in to us which makes this show. At the end of the day, we've come all this way from the United Kingdom to sit in front of your screens here in Karbala al-Mu'alla for the very reason that we can bring the essence of what we have here to your homes. We're sitting directly in front of the shrine, or directly in front of the dome, in fact, of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. We're within a few meters of that, and behind us is the glorious dome of Abul Fadl Abbas. As you can see, Bain al-Haramain is at the moment almost in pitch dark. If you come here normally, you will see that Bain al-Haramain is lit up normally with spotlights, but at the moment there's just a few red lights around the Bain al-Haramain, but otherwise it's lit up with candles, and it's such a somber environment. Everyone is either weeping or in silence, and the whole of Bain al-Haramain is just lit up with candles. It is as if Shaam-e-Ghariba is well and truly here.
Absolutely. And you find that where we left the maqtal of ASHURA was at the moment where Imam Hussein alayhi salam's head was trampled to pieces, and the enemies were rushing towards the tents of the Ahlul Bayt to set them alight. Shortly after Imam Hussein alayhi salam's body was trampled, you find that the enemies with their horses ran towards the tents of Aba Abdullah al-Hussein, and they began to set fire to them. It's said that Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam would often describe the scene as when the beads of a sabha, of a tasbih, break and they all scatter on the floor. This is the same way that the children and the women of the Ahlul Bayt were scattering between the tents that were set on fire. It is said that within one tent was sitting Sayyidah Sakina, the 4-year-old daughter of Imam al-Hussein. And at that point, Shimr enters the tent of Sayyidah Sakina. And he looks down at her and he says, Sayyidah Sakina looks at him and says, "Oh man, I mean, she's only a 4-year-old child. She didn't know who Shimr was." She said, "Oh man, have you seen my father? Ever since I was young, we always had a ritual that every time it came time to pray, my father and I would pray together, and therefore I've laid out my prayer mat and I've laid out his prayer mat, but I've waited for so long and the time of Asr has come and gone, but my father hasn't come to pray. Have you seen him anywhere? Perhaps he's lost or delayed somewhere." The man replies that, "Oh Sakina, do you want to see your father?" And Sakina says, "Yes, of course I want to see my father." It's at that point Shimr takes the head of Imam Hussein and throws it into this 4-year-old girl's laps. Sakina is completely overwhelmed by this sight. She's completely shocked and she falls to the floor. It's at that point Shimr says, "Those earrings that you're wearing, they would look very nice on my daughter. I want you to take them off and give them to me." At this point, Sakina starts fiddling with her ears to try to take the earrings off. Then Shimr begins to get very restless and gets very angry. He slams the floor and says, "What is the delay? What is stopping you from giving me these earrings?" At that point, Sakina replies, "Well, actually, I don't even know how to take them off." You find at this point, Shimr goes up to her. He holds her by the hair and he pulls her up and he rips them off her ears.
The night of Shaam-e-Ghariba is a night of the orphans, a night of the destitute, a night of the displaced. It is a night after Abul Fadl Abbas, Imam al-Hussein, Ali al-Akbar have all left this world and they are lying in the battlefield. Their bloodied bodies are lying in the battlefield, trampled. It is at this point Sayyidah Zainab and Imam Sajjad take the mantle of this caravan. They become the leaders of this caravan. And inshallah, as the show progresses, we will go through the maqtal some more. Just a few more messages that we've received. Barak Hussain says, "Blessings and peace be upon the beloved Imam." Mir Fazli Abbas says, "Labbaik ya Mawla, please mujhko jaldi bulale." He's saying, "Oh my Mawla, Labbaik ya Hussain, please call me to you soon." Narjis Iqbal says, "Labbaik ya Hussain." Nuzhat Sibut says, "Salam ya Mawla, मेरे बच्चों को साथ बुला ले ज़ियारत पे मेरे बेटे मोहम्मद को औलाद के खुशियाँ अता करें इलाही आमीन." मौला आपको सिवाय गम हुसैन कोई गम ना दे.
A few more messages on the WhatsApp as well, saying, "Assalamu alaikum, please say salam to Mawla Imam Hussein from my sons Zawar and Zarar Ali." And another one saying, "Assalamu alaikum Tejani brothers, please say my salam to Mawla Hussein from Ali and his family. You're doing a sacred job. God bless you." And inshallah, may God also bless the directors and those that have made this show possible to bring to everyone at home today.
Absolutely. And just one more message from Zainab Kazmi who says, "Please pray for me. Mawla give you happiness. Mawla give me happiness and satisfaction in my life." As I said earlier, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, apart from the gham of Sayyid al-Shuhada and his companions, give you no other gham in your life, and may He fill your life with blessings. May you get the opportunity to visit this holy shrine, a shrine where you feel nothing but grief, but yet this is the shrine which does nothing but give, and it gives you in abundance. It gives you more than what you even ask for. So may Allah give you the opportunity to come and visit Abul Fadl Abbas and Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam.
Absolutely.
So we'll just start off with a short poem. This is called Pas Apne Bulalo. I will just give a short masaib as to what the background behind the story is. On the night of Shaam-e-Ghariba, when the holy household of the Prophet was scattered, it is said that Sayyidah Zainab was collecting all the children one by one, and at this point she noticed that one little girl is missing from the children, and she knew that this is the 4-year-old daughter of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. She runs out into the battlefield, and what does she see? She sees Sakina lying on a headless body in the battlefield. She says, Sakina, what are you doing? She said, oh, my aunt. She said, after Shimmer threw the head of my father into my laps, I then realized I missed my father so much. I realized that he's no more in this world. I thought that if his head is with me in the tents, his body must be out here some way. She says that every single night, as I would lay in my bed, as I would sleep, I would lay on his chest, and that is the only way I could get some sleep. She said, oh, my aunt, I am so tired from what's happened today. I wanted some sleep. I ran into the battlefield, but all I could see was a maze of blood and bodies. She says, as I was running through the battlefield, I saw these bodies scattered everywhere, and then I cried out, oh, my father, where are you? She says, then a body cried out to me, Ilayya, Ilayya, Ya Bunayya, oh, my daughter, come to me, I am your father. This is called Pas Apne Bulalo, where Sayyidah Sakina is crying out, and she's saying to her father, please call me to you. If we start with the salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajah.
وَعَجِّلْ فَرَجَهُمْ. بے گورو بے کفن ہے بابا تمہارا لاشا ہے خون کا سمندر اور رات کا اندھیرا سینہ تمہارا بابا لاشوں میں ڈھونڈتی ہوں پاس اپنے بلا لو
بابا میں ڈھونڈتی ہوں جنگل میں کھو گئی ہوں پاس اپنے بلا لو
ایک بار بس میں سینے پر سونا چاہتی ہوں پاس اپنے بلا لو
بابا میں ڈھونڈتی ہوں جنگل میں کھو گئی ہوں پاس اپنے بلا لو
اصغر کو لے کے بابا میدان میں سو گئے ہو سوئے جہاں ہو بابا مجھ کو وہیں بلا لو گودی میں کیا تمہارے میں بھی نہیں پلی ہوں پاس اپنے بلا لو
بابا میں ڈھونڈتی ہوں جنگل میں کھو گئی ہوں پاس اپنے بلا لو
امو میرے کہاں ہو تم شیر با وفا ہو بالی میری چھنی ہے دامن جلا ہے دیکھو مانگوں گی اب نہ پانی بس اتنا چاہتی ہوں پاس اپنے بلا لو
بابا میں ڈھونڈتی ہوں جنگل میں کھو گئی ہوں پاس اپنے بلا لو
اب کھا لیے تماچے چادر چھنی ہے سر سے کانوں سے خون ہے جاری ہے خاک میرے سر پہ میری طرف بھی دیکھو کس حال میں پڑی ہوں پاس اپنے بلا لو
بابا میں ڈھونڈتی ہوں جنگل میں کھو گئی ہوں पास अपने बुला लो
क्या आ रही है तुम तक रोने की ये सदाएं ऐ करबला सुना दो बाबा को ये निदाएं बैठी हुई ज़मीं पर बैठी हुई ज़मीं पर मैं हाथ जोड़ती हूँ
पास अपने बुला लो बाबा मैं ढूंढती हूँ जंगल में खो गई हूँ पास अपने बुला लो
सुन कर सदात जानी एक लाश ने पुकारा आओ मेरी सकीना बाबा हूँ मैं तुम्हारा कहना ना अब मेरी जान बाबा मैं खो गई हूँ पास अपने बुला लो Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. I think we have a caller. Assalamu alaikum. Hello,
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Brother, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Zafar. I'm calling from Pakistan, Lahore.
Thank you very much for your call, brother. You said Labbaik Ya Hussein. I'm sure Mawla has heard you. Do you have any other messages or du'as that you want us to recite on your behalf?
Salam ya Mawla Hussain, salam ya Ghazi Abbas Salamdar, salam ya Imam Al-Kareem, salam ya Mustafa Islam, ya Ali Azhar, salam ya Jawad Zaki, salam ya Ali Naki, salam ya Hasan Kareem, salam ya Nazman al-Yamam, ya Imam Nabi Allah Musalla Muhammad bin Muhammad. May Ghazi Abbas bring us to him. May Ghazi Abbas bring us to his Roza. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala
Muhammad. Thank you so much for your call, brother. May Allah bless you and your family. May you get the chance to visit Karbala and visit the shrines of Mawla Hussein and Mawla Abbas alayhi salam yourself, inshallah.
Absolutely. I think it's amazing to hear when people do call in how far and wide this program is going out to people.
Absolutely.
People who are yearning to see the shrine of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein and Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas alayhim as-salam. People who want to be here on the plains of Karbala. And so anyone that's watching at home who's not been to Karbala or who has been to Karbala but not been for the first 10 days of Muharram, I earnestly urge you to come. I mean, never again will you see scenes like this where it's almost silence outside in Bain al-Haramain, and yet we have millions of people gathering there to commemorate Shaam-e-Ghariba. The atmosphere is not something that's very easily describable, but the sorrow and the grief in the air is almost palpable.
Absolutely. And as you can see behind me, if you've watched the previous shows, you'd have remembered how lit up Bain al-Haramain normally is. If you look at your screens right now, you will notice how dark and quiet it is. Normally there's a lot of loud sounds. A few nights ago we had trumpeting and drums and everything. Now there's not even a pin drop. People are silent, they're quiet, they're mourning, and all you can see is some candles down there, people remembering the night of Shaam-e-Ghariba when darkness set upon the household of the Ahlul Bayt. We've got some messages online on Facebook Live. Sayyida Farwa Fatima says salams to Mawla from Dr. Sayyid Fakir Hussain Shah and family. Zainab Kazmi and Ulfat Raza both say that the voice is not very clear. So if the voice is still not very clear, please do keep writing in and we will try our very best to rectify the situation, inshallah.
Inshallah. We've got a few messages on the
we have a caller on the line right now. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Asad and I'm calling from Lahore, Pakistan.
MashaAllah,
Lahore,
you call-
Pakistan. Thank you very much for your call. Do you have any message that you want to pass on to the Imams?
لبيك يا حسين السلام عليك يا إمام الحسين السلام عليك يا غازي عباس الأنبياء. Pray for us that come to Ghazi Abbas Rosa, Hussain Rosa, Samta, Ashab, and Kazman.
Inshallah, we'll pray that you get the ziyarah of all those places, Samara, Najaf, everywhere that your heart desires, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah. Thank you very
And
much
for
for
the Arbain as well. Arbain as well.
And inshallah, we'll pray, inshallah.
Inshallah,
absolutely.
inshallah. Thank you very much for your call. May Allah bless you. Khuda Hafiz.
We've got a few messages on the WhatsApp messaging service saying, "Say my salam to Mola Abbas and Ya Hussein. Please recite ziyarat on behalf of me. Much needed prayers, Sister Shaista." Another message again from the same person is, "Mola grant happiness and satisfaction in my life, and always keep me under the shelter of Imam Mehdi." Second message from Wasim saying, "Please pray for my brother. My mother's name is Halima. Please pray for her." Another message saying, "Assalamu alaikum, brothers. Please convey my salam to Imam Hussein. Convey my condolences to Imam Hussein from Tasmiya in Pakistan." Another message saying, "Our humble salam to Mullah Hussein, Mullah Abbas, and all the martyrs of Karbala." Another message saying, "Dua that we stay on the path of Mullah Hussein, of righteousness, of haqq, and iman, and inshallah we pray for health, that we can one day also be able to see the spiritual places as well." And another message from Sayyidah Shazia saying, "Humble iltimas dua for my parents, my husband Rizwan, my mother-in-law, my sons Muhammad Zain, Mir Ali, and daughter Arush Fatima, my siblings, and myself." Inshallah, may everyone that's written, may all your du'as and hajat be accepted.
Absolutely. And we've got some new messages as well. We've got messages from convey salams to Abu Abdullah, request a prayer for speed recovery of my beloved respected mother who has had a recent operation. Also pray that this disease vanishes completely. Also request Sayyid al-Shahada that he calls us for visitation this year in Arba'in. Assalamu alaikum, brothers. Please convey my salams to Imam al-Hussein. Condolences to Imam al-Hussein from Tasmiya in Pakistan.
Yes, I've read those. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And please continue to tune in. Please continue to write in on Facebook Live as well. Inshallah, we'll try and read out your messages live on air. As I said before, there was a bit of an issue on Facebook Live with the sound, but I'm hoping that that situation has been rectified. Please let us know if the sound is still not coming through, and we will try and work on that situation.
Absolutely. Now, if you look down at Bain al-Haramain, you can see now that Dua Kumail is finished. Often people use that as an opportunity or as a marker that Shaam-e-Ghariba is coming towards an end. We know that for the people here, Shaam-e-Ghariba is something that has a particular end. For Sayyidah Zainab Salamullahi alayha, there was no end. And tonight marks the beginning of Ayyam-e-Zainabiyya, where you have the heartbreak and the days of grief and sorrow and the challenges for Sayyidah Zainab start from today.
Yeah, absolutely. And this, once again, would like to remind you, this is an interactive show where you are tuning in, writing into us, and inshallah we will try and facilitate your salams to the Imam and your du'as. Don't forget, we're sitting here live, physically, on the rooftop of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam's haram. And this is a very privileged position that we're in, but the only reason why we're in this position is to try and facilitate that feeling that you yourself are in Karbala right now. And at the moment in Shaam-e-Ghariba, this is an experience that I've never had before, where I can actually see what Bain al-Haramain looks like on the night of Shaam-e-Ghariba from a bird's eye view, and it is surreal. There is no lighting at all, it's all pitch black and there's only candles there. There is very little sound coming from Bain al-Haramain, which is very unusual. And there is genuinely a feeling of grief, sorrow, and you can definitely tell that Shaam-e-Ghariba is upon us.
Absolutely. And what challenges did Sayyidah Zainab Salamullahi alayha face on Shaam-e-Ghariba? You find that when the tents started burning, Sayyidah Zainab was running from tent to tent to tent, because whilst all the women and children began to run outside the tent, there was one person missing, and that was the leader of the caravan, Sayyid al-Sajjad alayhi salam. She went to say the Sajjad, and she eventually found him lying inside a burning tent. And she said, "Oh Sajjad, the tents are burning. Please tell me, what should we do? Should we go outside where we are all without our veils? Or should we stay inside and die burning?" Say the Sajjad says we should all leave the tents, but you find that he didn't have the strength to get up. He would try to get up and he would fall to the floor, and he would try to get up again. So it was at that point that Sayyidah Zainab, an elderly lady, picked up Sayyid Sajjad upon her shoulder and began to walk out of the tent. Imagine Imam Hussein alayhi salam picking up the body of Ali al-Akbar on his shoulder, struggled so much to get from the battlefield back to the tents that he called out to the children of the Ahlul Bayt to come and help him. Look at Sayyidah Zainab, an elderly lady, picking up the body of Sayyid Sajjad upon her shoulders and bringing him outside of the tents. You find that when Sayyidah Zainab brings Sayyid Sajjad out of the tent, she lays him on the floor. They all look back at the tents and they look at their belongings and see that everything that they own is burning. Everything that they had is burning. You find that ASHURA, she saw every one of her family members go towards the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She has lost everything. You find that she begins to count things one by one. She begins to count all the children, and she begins to count the ladies. You find that when she comes to Rabab is sitting by a cradle that is burnt in the fire, and she begins to rock it back and forth. And Sayyidah Zainab says, "Rabab, what are you doing?" And she says that, "I'm missing my Ali al-Asghar. Tell me, did he receive a drop of water before they killed him?" And you find Rabab sitting there by the burnt cradle. You find Sayyidah Zainab begins to look for everyone and make sure that they're all there. You heard the story of Sayyidah Sakina as she ran to the battlefield. You find that Sayyidah Zainab has nothing to protect the women and children of the Ahlul Bayt with. So at that point she looks and she finds a broken spear upon the floor. So she grabs that broken spear, and between herself and her younger sister Zainab al-Sughra, Kulthum, remember, these are daughters of warriors. They begin to form a circle and begin to form a perimeter around the women and children, walking with this broken spear to try to protect them.
The Masa'ib of Shaam-e-Ghariba is one that even if we spend all night trying to recite, we'd not be able to do it justice. It is said that after they formed this perimeter around the tents, the enemies came to loot everything that the Ahlul Bayt had. And one man stepped forward, and he, with the tip of a spear, he lifted the veil of Sayyidah Zainab. And this is the veil that Sayyidah Fatima used to wear. This is the veil that used to be kept on the head of Sayyidah Zainab at all times. It is said after this point, Sayyidah Zainab lost her veil. She was paraded through the streets of Kufa and the streets of Sham. It is said that when Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam was on the spear in the darbar, in the bazaar of Sham, his head kept falling from the spear onto the ground, Eventually, Abul Fadl Abbas's head was tied onto the belly of a horse. People asked Imam Sajjad, "Why did this head keep falling?" He said that this personality was known as the protector of the ladies of the Ahlul Bayt. When he stood upon that spear, how could he bear to see his sister Sayyidah Zainab bareheaded amongst so many men, so many people, so many men in the bazaar of Sham? He could not bear this, so he made his head fall from the spear, and therefore he couldn't keep his head on the spear, and the enemies tied his head onto the belly of the horse. And this is the Masa'ib of the night of Shaam-e-Ghariba.
Absolutely. I think if we move on to some poetry to recite in memory of that trip that they made between Karbala to Kufa and to Sham as well. Because as we mentioned, these are the beginnings of Ayyam Zainabiyya. These are the beginnings of the trials and tribulations. Imam Hussein alayhi salam, when he separated from his sister, said to Zainab that, "Zainab, my suffering is about to come to an end, but your suffering is about to begin. Because not only will you have to go through multiple days and months of these trials and these tribulations, you will also be made to stand in a courtyard to defend your own rights and to defend your own freedom. You'll be made to go back towards Medina, to a desolate city where there'll be nothing, no one will be left, and you'll be forced to live the rest of your life in the memory of the grief of what you saw on the day of Ashura.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to just have one quick look at the Facebook live feed just to make sure, just to see if there's any new messages, because as I said, our data coverage is quite patchy, and sometimes whenever we get the opportunity, we should just make the the most of this. Samara Jaffrey says, the Marsiya you just read was really heart-touching. Please can you send the lyrics of this Marsiya? Inshallah, we will definitely send you the words of this Marsiya.
We've got a number of messages on the WhatsApp as well, which I would just want to read out, as I know time generally tends to slip away very quickly when we do these shows, even though we have until 7:19 inshallah UK time, which is the time of Maghrib. Time does tend to slip away, so I just want to read these out, as we tend to get a lot of messages that come in spurts when we get data coverage. Saying, in the shrine of Imam Hussein, please do pray for the betterment of my brothers Tayyib and Munib. Please call me to your shrine, Mawla. Please, by the grace of Allah, give the peace of heart to us as well. Ya Ali Madad, my name is Asifa. Brothers, please do dua for my son Akil Hussein for his health. Please do dua for my father Tafo and mum Safia Bibi, that they can come next year to do Ziyarat Hussein. Please do dua for my wife Rosie to complete her mission for the house of the Ahlul Bayt. Another one from Asad Ali saying, Salam Ya Hussein, mere liye dua karein, please. Inshallah, we definitely will do. We have another message saying, my family is of Sunni faith. My heart is and has always been with Mawla Hussein. Pray that my kids have the same love, and even more, pray that we may all visit Karbala soon. Jazakallah khair. And this is quite a poignant point, in that Imam Hussein alayhi salam and what he stood for on the day of Ashura is not something that is entirely something of the Shia faith. It's something that's universal for our brothers, the Sunni brothers in Islam, also to non-Muslims as well, and all of humanity in its entirety. Hussein stood up for humanity. Hussein stood up against oppression, against any form of evil doing and wrong. He stood up against the tyrants of the time, and is a lesson for all of humanity. So that's a very poignant point. Thank you very much for sending that message. Another message saying, Assalamu alaikum from the United Kingdom. Please could you pay our respects to the Imams. Could you please pray that me and my family have the opportunity to go to the land of Karbala. Can I request the Noha so alone? So alone. Thank you, Jazakallah. Another message saying, Salam to all the Hazireen, which are all the commemorators, all the Za'ireen, all the visitors, the pilgrims, to the holy shrine of Imam Hussein. Please give my salam and do ziyarat on my behalf of Imam Hussein. Another one saying, we all remember the sorrow and pain of the Ahlul Bayt. Please do pray we get the chance once in a lifetime to do ziyarah. And that's a very interesting point. I know we've got to go into a poem, but one thing I want to raise, earlier you heard us saying during the Ashura show that we spent 3 hours under 51-degree heat standing on the rooftop of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam's haram without any water, and we were struggling to get the show complete. We can only begin to imagine the thirst of that 6-month-old baby that sat for 3 days with no water and no food on the burning plains of Karbala, let alone trying to imagine what Imam Hussein alayhi salam went through.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our azadari, because no matter how much we cry or mourn or beat ourselves or stay thirsty, stay hungry, not sleep, we can never do justice to the masayib of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. I just wanted to read one short poem called Lo Agaya Bazar. We mentioned Sayyid Sajjad earlier. This was an imam who was very madhloom from the time he took the reins of imamat on the plains of Karbala up until the day he died. In history it's written that when he was dying, Imam Muhammad Baqir sat on his chest and he began to weep. Imam Muhammad Baqir says, "Oh father, I'm just coming to embrace you, Imam Sajjad says, "Oh my son, I'm weeping because right now you're sitting on my chest. But when I was watching from the tents on the day of Ashura, do you know who was sitting on my father's chest? Where I should have been, there was Shimr sitting on his chest. And instead of embracing him, Shimr was cutting away at his neck slowly, slowly, with 12 strikes of a blunted dagger." Imam Sajjad goes through a lot of trials and tribulations. After the event of Karbala, he cried for 40 years. He cried so much that his tears turned to blood. And every time people used to ask him, "Oh Imam, why are you crying?" He used to say, "Asham, Asham, Asham." And I just want to remember some of the tribulations he faced in Sham after the event of Karbala. If we have a salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajah. یہ سوچ کے روتا ہوں ماں بہن کھلے سر ہے کس طرح سے دیکھوں گا جو سامنے منظر ہے نیزے پہ ہے ایک سر روتا ہے جو اکثر کرتا ہے جو نوحہ لو آ گیا بازار مظلوم کا کنبہ
جب شام کو پہنچا عابد کا تھا نوحہ لو آ گیا بازار
ہر ایک قدم بابا قرآن سناتا ہے اور آگ کے پتھر خود چہرے پہ وہ کھاتا ہے زہرا کا دلارا احمد کا نواسا ہے برسر نیزا لو آ گیا بازار
مظلوم کا کنبہ جب شام کو پہنچا عابد کا تھا نوحہ لو آ گیا بازار
پردے کا محافظ اب سر اپنا گراتا ہے خون روتا ہے وہ غازی جب بھی نظر آتا ہے زینب کا کھلا سر اور شام کا منظر سر پہ نہیں پردہ لو آ گیا بازار
مظلوم کا کنبہ جب شام کو پہنچا عابد کا تھا نوحہ لو آ گیا بازار
اور شمر یہ عابد سے imagine the situation اور شمر یہ عابد سے کس فخر سے کہتا ہے پردہ تیری زینب کا نیزے سے اتارا ہے قوت ہے یہ میری احمد کی نواسی کو شام میں لایا لو آ گیا بازار
مظلوم کا کنبہ جب شام کو پہنچا عابد کا تھا نوحہ لو آ گیا بازار
وہ ننھی سکینہ کو مانگا ہے کنیزی میں مرتا ہوں جیتے جی ماحول شرابی میں گھبراتی ہے بچی اور ہو کے میں بھائی کچھ کر نہیں سکتا لو آ گیا بازار
مظلوم کا کنبہ جب شام کو پہنچا عابد کا تھا نوحہ لو آ گیا بازار
موت آئے گی زندہ میں پیاری میری بہنا کی ہاتھوں سے بناؤں گا میں قبر سکینہ کی وہ خون بھرا کرتا ہر ایک تماچا یہ اس کو ہے سہنا
لو آ گیا بازار مظلوم کا کنبہ جب شام کو پہنچا عابد کا تھا نوحہ لو آ گیا بازار
جس بی بی کو سورج نے ہرگز نہیں دیکھا تھا بے پردہ کھڑی تھی وہ شیطانوں کا مجمع تھا چہرے کو تجانی بالوں سے چھپائی پڑھتی رہی خطبہ لو آ گیا بازار
مظلوم کا کنبہ
جب شام کو پہنچا عابد کا تھا نوحہ لو آ گیا بازار اللہم صلی علی محمد و آل محمد و عجل فرجہم
Messages are coming in quite a lot on the WhatsApp saying my name is Asifa Hussain, please do dua for my sons Akil, Ali, Adil and Nabil. Another message saying Salam Mawla Hussain and Mawla Abbas, please pray for my father and my mother-in-law. Another message saying Salam Ya Hussain, please pass a message to Mawla Hussain to give health and life to mother Sajida Hussain and father Dildar Hussain. Another message saying Salam, please can you pray for my mum, my dad, mother-in-law, my husband Haidar, my kids Ishal, Ibrahim and sister and my brothers Ali, Harun, Wasal, Aun, Hassan and sisters Shazia, Bushra, Mehreen, and special prayer for Misbah. Please lots of dua for my family. Of course, inshallah, we pray for all your family members, inshallah.
Absolutely. As you can hear behind me, there are now some mokibs who are coming and reciting and paying their condolences on this night of Shaam-e-Ghariba. And there's many people you may not be able to appreciate from just looking through your screens, but Bain al-Haramain is packed and covered, and it's people are just reciting Nohas, Quran, Dua, because tonight, don't forget, is also a Thursday night, which is the night which is Maqsoos for Dua Qumail. And Dua Qumail has already been recited after Maghrib Salah, which was about an hour and a half ago.
Absolutely. It's interesting because we know that on Thursday night, Sayyidah Fatima Salamullahi alayha comes down from heaven to sit in Karbala. Obviously she has been here today due to the event of ASHURA. Who knows which area Sayyidah Fatima Salamullahi alayha is sitting in? Who knows which area Sahib al-Zaman Imam Mahdi Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Faraja has come and has sat in and has touched? Who knows, as I mentioned in the ASHURA show, for those that have never been to Karbala and for those that have never been during the 10 days of Muharram, do make a special effort to come. You never know when your footsteps come directly after the footsteps of Sayyidah Fatima or Imam Mahdi Sahib al-Zaman Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Faraja. You never know that the hand that you accidentally touch might be that of Imam Mahdi, or for the sisters, the hand that you might touch might be that of Sayyidah Fatima Salamullahi alayha. You don't know that the place that you kiss on the shrine of Imam Hussain, For the men, might be where Imam Sahib al-Zaman has kissed, and for the ladies, where Fatima al-Zahra salamullahi alayha has kissed the shrine of her beloved son, Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. This day is not an easy day for them. This day is not an easy day for the Sayyids within our communities, and we send our heartfelt condolences to Sayyidah Fatima salamullahi alayha and Imam Hujjah ajjalallahu ta'ala faraja with the words, أحسن الله لك العزاء في ولدك الحسين يا فاطمة and أحسن الله لك العزاء في جدك الحسين يا صاحب الزمان.
We're trying to load up the Facebook live feed to find some more messages, but unfortunately, because of the data coverage, it's proving to be quite difficult. So at the moment, please bear with us. Please continue to keep writing in, watching obviously, and call in if you can, because the only sure way of getting through to us is by calling. Sometimes data coverage isn't that good. As you can hear downstairs, there is a lot of noise. People are now starting to recite and come through Bain al-Haramain,
Yes, yeah.
going to the shrine of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, on the reciting on the megaphone. So to even hear ourselves speak is proving to be quite difficult right now.
Absolutely, yes. So, I mean, I think one of the things that Shaam-e-Ghariba, it's one of these nights where people are tired after having commemorated Ashura, and you see that the grief that was in Ashura has continued into the evening. You find one of the stories of Shaam-e-Ghariba, which was narrated by one of the sheikhs that I heard about 2 or 3 years ago, where he says that at that moment where Sayyidah Sakina comes to the chest of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salatu wassalam, there is a conversation that occurs between her and Shimr. And this is something that's not often recited, but something I heard in a lecture myself 2 or 3 years ago from a respectable sheikh who has his sources. And in that conversation you find that Sakina, Shimr comes to Sakina and he says to her that, Sakina, what are you going to do here? It's the middle of the night, you're in the middle of nowhere. What are you going to do here? And she says, oh person, don't question what I'm going to do here. My father Hussein is laying here alone. I will do 3 things. So Shimr says, what 3 things would you do? She says, number 1, I will go, and with these bare hands, my father doesn't have a coffin. No one has buried him. His body just lays like an animal that just lays on the plains of Karbala. So with my small hands, I will go. I heard my father died thirsty. So the first thing I'll do is go to the Furat and with my small hands get a small amount of water and lay it upon the neck of my father. Maybe that will begin to quench the heart-aching thirst that's on my father's neck. The second thing I'll do, I will get a small amount of dust and begin to put it on my father. And then eventually over time, the more I do that, maybe then my father will get buried. And you find that the third thing she says is that my father died alone. My father was completely alone when he died. I want to go and embrace him and give him some solitude and some comfort because no one was on his chest except his killer. I want to now lie on his chest and hug him and say, oh father, you are not alone tonight because Sakina is with you.
We've had some more messages. I'm just reading them out from the WhatsApp message you've sent and on Facebook Live. Salam. Please give my salam to Imam al-Hussein from my whole family, brothers. Pray for my brothers Aleem, Munib and Tayyab to give them success in each step of their life. Do request for Imam al-Hussein to call us to his shrine. Tasmiyah from Pakistan. Salam, this is Mustafa from Dubai. Please do ziyarat on my behalf. Dua for Rosie Barakat. We've got a lot of messages in fact. Because of the lack of coverage on data coverage that we've got, we've got some messages from Facebook as well.
Yes,
If you want to download them, because
yes,
I've not got the data coverage.
That's fine.
We've got some more WhatsApp messages as well. हम सब के लिए दुआ करें कि अल्लाह पाक हम सब को पर अपनी रहमत नाज़िल फरमाए इंशाल्लाह. Pray for my family, Aqsa, Tasmiyah, Tayyab, Munib, Amina, Riyaz, and my friend Zulfiqar, which we will do.
Absolutely. So the messages on Facebook, one from Barak Hussein saying, blessings and peace be upon our beloved Imam. Another one from Zainab Kazmi saying, please pray for me and Mawla give happiness and satisfaction in my life. One from RF Mujtab saying, Salam Ya Mawla, who faced thousands of arrows, spears, swords. Oh, your heart only knows how it felt for Hazrat Sakina to see her father one last time. Oh my Imam, please call us for this Arba'een. Another message saying, Imam of our time, Ajjallahu Ta'ala Faraj and Hazrat Fatima and the entire world, condolences on the Shahadat of Imam Hussein. Assalamu alaikum, Ya Hussein ibn Ali, the one who faced thousands of tribulations. One from Mahruq Zaidi saying, heartfelt condolences to the Imam of our time, Imam Mahdi Ajjallahu Ta'ala Faraja and Hazrat Fatima and the entire world on the Shahadat of Imam Hussein. One from Samara Ja'fari saying, thank you so much, you guys are really close to Mawla, please make a dua for me that Mawla mujhe izne ziyarat ata kar de. One saying, please can you, I also like to read this Marsiya, please send me, I will pray for you whenever I'm going to read this Marsiya. So inshallah the Marsiyas of all of these can be found on nohaz.com, so please do access that, inshallah. Another couple saying the voice is not clear, but inshallah I'm hoping that that has sorted itself out. We've got quite a few that have come through on the WhatsApp.
Let me just have a look, 1 second. As you're well aware, we're multitasking as we're going along, so please do bear with us. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Can you please recite Ziyarat al-Waris on my behalf? Allah Hafiz dua mein yaad rakhein, please. Heartfelt condolences to the Imam of our time and Sayyidah Fatima and the entire world on the Shahadat of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Who faced thousands of arrows, swords and spears. This is Goha from Italy. Please pray. Please pay my salams to the shrine of Imam al-Hussein. So those are the messages we've got so far. And we'll continue to try and read out your messages live on air. I think there was a request for So Alone.
Yes, there was. Quite
earlier.
some time ago, actually.
This poem is actually Imam Ali alayhi salam when he has buried Sayyidah Fatima al-Zahra, and he cries out and he says, oh Fatima, I'm so alone. It is without a shadow of a doubt that the moment when Karbala began wasn't when that first arrow was fired on the Fajr, after Fajr, on the day of ASHURA of 61 AH. It started a long time before that. I would argue that ASHURA actually started from when the nail pierced the ribs, the chest of Sayyidah Fatima al-Zahra on that fateful night when she was martyred. And from that day onwards, Imam Ali alayhi salam was never the same man again. And he used to weep in the streets of Kufa. When people used to ask him, why do you weep, Ali? He says, when a man like Ali has a wife like Fatima, and when he sees her slapped and cannot do a thing about it, how can I not then cry? He used to dig wells and he used to go outside the town in order to cry so that people would not mock him and ridicule him. Such was the mazlumiyat of our Imam, of our first Imam, Imam Ali alayhi salam. He says, oh Fatima, I am so alone. Without you around, this house is no longer a home. How will I forget the things that I saw? Your ribs that were crushed, the nail and the door. Your tormented cries, the blood on the floor. Muhsin, our son, whose life is no more. Oh Fatima, it broke me to see. Though you were in pain, you crawled trying to save Ali.
This grief in my heart cannot be contained. But how can I cry in front of Hussein? So I wander the streets without any aim to find anyone who can share my pain. Oh Fatima, my heart sobs for you. I cry by myself in alleys that are destitute.
They tell me, Ali, we thought you were strong. You lifted the gates of Khaybar alone. So why is it that you cry on and on? You know better than us that she is gone. Oh Fatima, if only they knew the bruises and scars I saw when I was washing you.
The children are searching just for your scent. How can I explain your absence to them? There aren't any words to stop their lament. You were for them all a mother and friend. Oh Fatima, they will cry aloud when they look at you, laying motionless in a shroud.
You know that a day will come on, Hussein. You know that a day will come on, Hussein, and that day is today. You know that today will come on, Hussein. He will be alone upon burning plains. A shower of stones and arrows will rain with 12 blunted strikes. His neck will be slain, or should I say, a shower of stones and arrows will rain. He will call for you again and again. Oh Fatima, they will trample him. His chest will be torn and he'll bleed from his every limb.
You knew all my secrets and all my woes. You stayed with me through my highs and my lows. You wiped all my tears and helped me to cope. In each of my trials you filled me with hope. Oh Fatima, the most perfect wife, I will mourn for you the rest of the days I'm alive.
With my very hands, I lay you to sleep. I know that you told me to never weep, but I can't control the way that I feel. Your death is a scar that will never heal. Oh Fatima, a rose of Allah, your fragrance will stay forever in my broken heart. Your fragrance will stay forever in my broken heart. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. This is so alone. This is when Imam Ali had lost the one person who he called his friend, the one person who he called his wife, the one person who meant everything to him, and she was no longer there to be his backbone.
It is said that the place that the enemies of the Ahlul Bayt found the courage to burn the tents of Imam al-Hussein and Sayyidah Zainab salamullahi alayha stemmed from the person that burnt the door of Fatima al-Zahra salamullahi alayha, because had that not happened, that was a gateway for the cruelty and the dhulm and the oppression upon the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. That was the gateway. That was completely the gateway. We've had a lot more messages on the WhatsApp group. One saying हम सब के लिए दुआ करें कि अल्लाह पाक हम सब पर अपनी रहमत नाजिल फरमाए. That's a message in Urdu, asking for us to do dua and give rahmah. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give them rahmah. Another one saying, please pray for my family from Aqsa, Tasmiya, Tayyib, Munib, Amina, Riyaz, and my friend Zulfiqar, and also for the grandparents as well. One message from Israr Hussein and Alicia Fatima, saying, please say as-salam to Imam Mazloom Hussein and convey our condolences to Bibi Park, Imam Ali and Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Another one saying, Salam, my name is Dilawar Hussein from Wales in the UK. May Imam Zamana accept our condolences. Please pass my salam to the please pay my salams to the shrine of Imam Hussein. Inshallah, we will be there for Arba'een. Another one saying, Allah Pak, हम बहन भाइयों और जुल्फ़िकार को हमेशा अपने हिफ्ज़ व अमान में रखें और ज़िंदगी बहुत सारी कामयाबी भी अता करे हम सबको. Another one saying, please convey my salams at the shrines on behalf of me, Fawzia, and my family. I'm also expecting a baby girl next month, inshallah. Please do dua for her. Inshallah, of course, we'll do dua for her. Inshallah, may the birth and the delivery be, inshallah, successful. And may you be blessed with a beautiful girl that follows in the footsteps of the Ahlul Bayt, alayhim as-salam. Another one saying, prayers for results, inshallah. Of course, we'll pray for you. One saying, Salam to Imam Hussein and Ahl Bayt. Please pray on behalf of and for. I don't understand what this message means. Inshallah, that of myself and Saifuddin, that one day, inshallah, we both get to come for ziyarah. Another one saying, please send my salam to Sayyid al-Shuhada, Mawla Hussein from Shazia Ijaz and Ali Rizvi from London. Another one saying, please pray for my family's health and forgiveness.
Got a lot of messages, haven't we? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Any more messages? I've got some on Facebook Live here.
There's one more message I just want to get to saying, Salam, I'm Gohar. Please pay my salam at the Holy Shrine of Imam Hussein. Pray for my health and success, for my family, and for my loved ones. Sorry, carry on.
Thank you very much for your messages. And this is what makes this show. It's your interaction, your messages. We've got Mahruk Zaidu who says, heartfelt condolences to the Imam of our time and Bibi Fatima Zahra. Assalamu alaikum, Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, the one who faced thousands of arrows. Heart knows how it felt for Hazrat Sakina to see her father one last time. Oh my Imam, please call us all this Arba'een. Ishrat Shah says, Salam brothers, condolences to the martyrdom. We've got Ishrat Shah who says, condolences to all on the martyrdom of our beloved Imam, to all the Imams of our time, to the Imam of our time. Brothers, the first time in my life I've been unable to attend Imam Barga as my 6-year-old daughter has undergone heart surgery. Please pray for Shifa from Bab al-Hawaij. Sister Ishrat Shah, we will definitely pray for you, for your daughter, and inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the wasila, inshallah, through the wasila of Abul Fadl Abbas alayhi salam, you will get shifa through Bab al-Hawaij. Her name is Tathir Zainab, inshallah. Mahruk Zaidi says, can you please recite Nanna Mera Asghar Kaha Gaya Hai?
Of course,
which we will, of course, try and fulfill.
Absolutely. Another few messages. One saying, Assalamu alaikum, I'm from Delhi in India. It's really praiseworthy work which you brothers are doing. I have one request. My 5-year-old son is autistic. Please pray for him so he can speak and do his daily routine work. Being doctors ourselves, we know what a challenge autism faces. So inshallah, of course, we'll be praying that inshallah his rehabilitation and development inshallah goes as planned inshallah.
So there was a request for Nanna Mera Asghar. This is a cry that Rubab gives out on the night of Shaam-e-Ghariba, where she says to the land of Karbala, Dhal gaya suraj shamma jali, Nanna Mera Asghar kaha gaya hai. That it's now become dark, and I'm looking in the battlefield for my son. Oh Karbala, where is my little Asghar? She says, Raate andheri sunsaan ban, ढूंढूं कहाँ तुझे ऐ गुल बदन, रो रो पुकारे माँ दिल जली, नन्ना मेरा असग़र कहाँ गया है, ढल गया सूरज शम्मा जली, नन्ना मेरा असग़र कहाँ गया है।
वक्त मदद है मुश्किल कुशा, मुश्किल करो हल बहरे खुदा, तुम भी बता दो मौला अली, नन्ना मेरा असग़र कहाँ गया है।
जंगल में किस जा तू खो गया, खाली है झूला ए महलका, किसको झुलाए अम्मा तेरी, नन्ना मेरा असग़र कहाँ गया है।
This is a verse where she addresses Shimr, saying, addresses Hurmala, saying, ये तो बता दे ए हुरमला, छीदा है क्यों तूने नन्ना गला, ये तो बता दे ए हुरमला, छेदा है क्यों तूने नन्ना गला, डूबी है खून में नन्ही कली, नन्ना मेरा असग़र कहाँ गया है.
Before we continue, I know that for the listeners at home, this must be quite frustrating because we're going in and out of the poems, but we have to take the calls as and when they come. I think there's a call on the line right now. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Hello, Tejani brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, Tejani
Hello,
brother.
assalamu
We are
alaikum.
Namda brothers from India.
Hello, assalamu
Can
alaikum.
you hear me my voice? Can you hear my voice?
I think perhaps the call
I
must have
think
dropped.
the call must have dropped. So we'll
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Brother, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Asad Namda. I'm calling from India.
Thank you very
Mashallah.
much for calling in, brother. Do you have any message, any salams that you want to give to?
Yes. Yes. We would like to say salam to Imam al-Hussein and Hazrat Abbas and all Shaheed Karbala.
Inshallah, inshallah. Of course. Do you have any?
And also, we have already emailed you written Noah. Inshallah, in future we are recitation. We would like to do recitation with you.
Inshallah, of course.
Inshallah,
we
of
will have a
course.
look at the
Inshallah,
emails.
if Allah gives us the opportunity, definitely that's something.
We are following you both brothers from very long time. Your Noahs we are reciting here in Bhavnagar.
Mashallah, mashallah. So you're calling from Bhavnagar, brother, are you?
We are from Bhavnagar, Gujarat, India. Ojas.
Mashallah, mashallah. Very nice hearing from you, brother.
Our name is Namda Brothers. We are known here as Namda Brothers, and people also call us Tejani Brothers of Bhavnagar.
Mashallah.
Mashallah. May Allah bless you. May Allah give you the tawfiqat to continue serving the
Ilahi
Ahlul Bayt, serving the Imam, and continue doing the Azadari. And we pray for your success in this life and the hereafter, inshallah. We will pray for you at the...
Inshallah, we'll recite together, inshallah, one day in Karbala. You both and we both, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah, zarur padenge saath mein, inshallah. May, please remember us in your du'as, and we will also pray for you.
One last message to you, my twin brother also sending you salam, and to you and our Muslim.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you.
We both twin brothers are reciting like yours in here.
Mashallah, mashallah.
Please remember us in your prayers.
Of course,
inshallah. Of course we will. Thank you so much, brother, for calling in.
Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Labbaik ya Hussein.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much for your call. This brother was saying that he too, with his brother, recites like we recite as brothers. And inshallah, he asked for us to do du'as at the shrines of the holy personalities. And inshallah, we will pray for them at the shrine of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and Abu Fadl Abbas alayhi salam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless the whole family and may they get the chance to come to Karbala to do ziyarat. We were halfway through the poem Dhal Gaya Suraj. Teri zami par ए करबला गुम हो गया है बच्चा मेरा, ढूंढ रही हूँ गली गली, नन्ना मेरा असग़र कहाँ गया है।
दुखियारी मादर जाए कहाँ, वीरान लगता है सारा जहां, करती हुई आहो सारी चली, नन्ना मेरा असग़र कहाँ गया है।
बेजान है लाशा सकीना का, गले लगा कर रोती है माँ. Remember, this is a mother who's not only lost her beloved son Ali al-Asghar, her beloved baby Ali al-Asghar on the plains of Karbala. This is a mother who will also lose her four-year-old daughter to the prisons of Sham. And in this poem, she says she embraces the lifeless body of her daughter Sakina, and she speaks to that lifeless body. She says, बेजान है लाशा सकीना का, गले लगा कर रोती है माँ, मेरे लिए कोई नहीं, नन्ना मेरा असग़र कहाँ गया है. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa
The messages are coming through thick and fast, I'm sure, on Facebook and on WhatsApp. We've got another message saying, Assalamu alaikum brothers, my name is Rabab Adnan from Pakistan. मेरा सलाम कहना इमाम हुसैन को और उनके कुंबा को, और मेरी दुआ अर्ज़ कर दें कि जल्द ही मैं भी यहाँ आऊँ. This dua in Urdu requesting that we pray, we give a salams to Imam Hussein and his family, and also to do dua that she can also come with her family. Inshallah, we definitely will do. A message saying salam from India, please give us salam to Imam Hussein from Namdar brothers. Another one saying salam Ya Hussein, I was there 2 years ago, I would love to come back again. Please pray that Imam calls me again from Eliza Hussein in Watford. And that is the reason why we do the show, so that we can bring Karbala to those that are watching at home, so that physically you may not be in Karbala, but watching on your TV screen, watching on Facebook Live, on the internet, you may not physically be here, but spiritually and mentally you can be here in Karbala with us, with the shrine of Abul Fadl behind us, the shrine of Imam Hussein just behind the camera, the dome literally within touching distance from us. This is the reason why the shows are put on, so that Karbala, when you can't come to Karbala, we bring Karbala to you.
Absolutely, and this is once again a reminder to all of our viewers at home. This is a special extended show of Send Your Salams tonight on Shaam-e-Ghariba. It started earlier than it normally does at 5:30 United Kingdom British summertime, and inshallah it will end at the strike of Maghrib Adhan back in the United Kingdom. So please continue to write in, continue to message in, continue to call in. The numbers at the bottom of your screen. It can be accessed via WhatsApp as well, which is the beauty, so you don't have to pay international call charges. So please call in using the number at the bottom. You can Skype, you can WhatsApp, you can directly call as well. And if you're unable to do any of that, then you can message either via WhatsApp, or you can message via Facebook Live.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the data is running at the moment, so even I've had a couple of messages in previous shows via Twitter, so if you want to tweet as well, please do. You can tweet me individually at Abbas Tejani, or at Tejani Bros, or at Shabir Tejani as well.
So inshallah, as we've said before in the show, this is a night, as you can see behind us, this is a night of darkness. This is a night of doom and gloom for the family of the Ahlul Bayt. According to narrations, and this is very true if you look at the history books, that Yazid, may Allah's curse be upon him, planned Karbala in such a way that he tried to bury the story of Karbala within Karbala itself, so that the message wouldn't get out. On this night, when Sayyidah Zainab and Imam Sajjad took the mantle of the leadership of this caravan, they flipped the leadership, the rulership of this kingdom. They flipped the place that this palace took within worldwide empire, and they completely destroyed it. And how did they do that? They did that when they were paraded through the bazaar of Sham, and when they came to the Darbar of Sham, Sayyidah Zainab, she stood up and she gave her khutbah. Imam Sajjad stood up and delivered his khutbah. He gave the very powerful verses when the adhan was being recited. He sat silent for the adhan up until the point it said, Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah. And at that point he stood up and he said, "O Yazid, is this Muhammad that is being recited in the adhan your grandfather or my grandfather?" And he goes on to say, "I am the son of Safa and I am the son of Marwa." At this point, the ambassadors that have come from different places around the world suddenly start to think, who is this person? Who are these prisoners who have been degraded in such a way? And that is when they woke up and they realized who these personalities were. I think we have a call
Yes, we
on
do,
the
yes,
line.
yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Labbaik ya Hussein. Please send my salam and my family salam to Mawla Hussein and Mawla Abbas.
Inshallah,
Of course,
we will
inshallah. Brother, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Taqi. I'm calling from London.
Saqlain from London. Thank you very much for calling in.
Taqi from London. Taqi from London.
do. Sakhi.
Sakhi from London. Sorry.
Taqi.
Sorry, your voice is not very clear. I think perhaps the connection.
Okay.
Can you just repeat that?
Okay.
Sorry.
My name is Taqi.
Safil.
Taqi.
Takhri.
Taqi. Taqi.
Taqi.
Fine.
Thank
Sorry.
you very much for calling in, brother. We will pray for you, for your family, inshallah. And we'll pray that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the opportunity to come into the ziyarat of Abu Abdullah himself and Mawla Ghazi Abbas as well, inshallah. Thank you very much for your call. May Allah bless you.
Inshallah.
Khuda Hafiz.
We've got another few messages on WhatsApp.
Yeah, just to remind you, we apologize if we're unable to get the whole of the messages that you say over the phone. The line is extremely poor here, and we're getting bits of messages that we're trying to form into full words and trying to respond. Inshallah, if we are unable to get the accuracy right, unable to get the names right or the locations right or the messages even right, then we ask for your forgiveness and we apologize in advance. The line is very poor, but again, it just goes to show you the power of Imam al-Hussein al-Islam. People from all four corners of the globe want to call in, want to pass their salams, want to say their du'as in front of the shrine of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein al-Islam and Mawla Ghazi Abbas al-Salam. And they, even though they know that sometimes getting through is not a possibility, they will continue to try and try and try again. And inshallah, we will try and read your messages out on air if we can.
Yeah. We've got one from Ishrat Shah saying, Salam brothers, condolences to all on the martyrdom of our beloved Imam and the Imam of our time. Brothers, for the first time in my life, I've been unable to attend an Imam Bargah as my 6-year-old daughter has just undergone major heart surgery. Please pray for her shifa from Bab al-Hawa'ij and Mawla Hussein for the sake of his beloved daughter, Bibi Sakina. And obviously we know that it is must be a very, very challenging time both for yourself, your daughter and your whole families. But one thing that we want to achieve through these shows is to broadcast them for people like yourself who are unable to attend the Imam Bargah for whatever reason. There's no better way to listen to the Majlis of Imam al-Hussein than to watch what's going on in Karbala at the moment. Of course, we pray for the shifa for your daughter. And at the same time, we also pray that she grows up to be an upstanding mu'mina, leading and paving the way for the reappearance of the 12th Imam, Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif, and that inshallah she, as well as your whole family, get to be part of the army of the 12th Imam, inshallah, when he reappears. Stay strong, and inshallah she will recover. I've got another message from Mahruq Zaidi saying, Salam, my dearest brothers, if you have time, please recite Nana Miraskar. I think we've already covered that one. Sabiha Batul saying, Salam Ya Hussein. I wonder whether, are these the ones from Facebook? The ones on...
Yeah, so unfortunately my Facebook live feed is not working. As we said, the data coverage and Wi-Fi coverage is quite patchy and unreliable here. So obviously, number one, we're surrounded by many, many millions of people who are sharing the same data that we are. So obviously the connection isn't strong, but also we're not only sat down there, we're sat on the rooftop, which makes the connection even weaker. So apologies in advance. If you can't get through to us on Facebook Live, we will continue to try and get some connection.
Absolutely.
We're hearing a lot of, well, we're getting a lot of messages about voice problems with sound on the Facebook live feed. Please accept our apologies. Our backroom staff are working on it, and inshallah we should have the sound working as soon as possible.
Inshallah. We've got another message from Rubab Javed saying Salam Ya Hussein, Salam Ya Babul Hawaj, Mola Abbas, Salam Ya Zainab, Salam Ya Ali Al Akbar. We've got a message from Midhat Jahan Kazmi, which is in Urdu, saying Labbaik Ya Hussein, Mola Hame Bhi Jaldi Bulaye. Inshallah, it's a message saying, Inshallah, may Mola also call us soon. Another message from Nuzhat Sibut saying Salam Ya Maula, मेरे बच्चों के साथ बुला ले ज़ियारत पे मेरे बेटे मोहम्मद, sorry, I'm just losing this message, मोहम्मद को औलाद के खुशियाँ अता करे, इलाही आमीन. Inshallah we pray as well. Another one saying Salam, Allah bless you brothers Shabir and Abbas. Send my salam to Mawla Hussein and Abul Fadl Abbas. Please pray I get good grades in the exams I've recently attended. From Shireen in Kashmir. Request for Akhir Hussein Mahu, if you could please recite it. Another one saying Salam Ya Hussein, I'm Arif from India, Kashmir. Please send my salam.
Absolutely, and our backroom staff are listening as well to the Facebook live feed, and they inform us that I think, alhamdulillah, they've managed to fix the sound problem that was maybe happening at the beginning of the show. Just an interesting fact that I've picked up from these messages, Shireen from Kashmir messaged in, I don't know which side of the border she's on, but we've also had a message from brother Arif from the Indian side of Kashmir. So this is uniting two countries, two cities that have been ravaged. Well, one city that's been ravaged by war, which lies in between two countries. So, alhamdulillah, Mawla Hussein alayhi salam is the ultimate uniter in the name of humanity.
Absolutely.
We will try and obviously fulfill your request of Akhir Hussein Mahu, but before that, we have a call. Assalamu alaikum. Brother, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Recently we have got your number, brothers. We would like to recite just 2 lines of Noha.
Sorry, Namdar brothers, sorry, did you say?
Namdar brothers, recently we have called you before 5 minutes ago. We would like to recite 2 minutes of Noha.
Yes, please, yeah, Bismillah, please go ahead.
Beta hai tu Ali ka, Zahra ki tu dua hai, Shabir tera ka, Ummul Rahim hai, Har surat ko chalan mein, Haidar se na juda hai, Taashir tujhse कायम दुनिया में बस वफा है अब्बास 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 उस वक्त जब के ज़ैना दरबार में गई थी सारी नमाज़ी होते महफिल सजी हुई थी जालिम ये तो चिताता गाजी तेरा कहाँ है बालों से मुँह छुपाए ज़ैनब ये कह रही थी अब्बास अब्बास. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity.
Thank you very much for ringing in and for reciting so beautifully. Inshallah, we pray that you two brothers, inshallah, go from strength to strength and from success to success in service of the Ahlul Bayt, because that's the most important thing.
Thank you very much. Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.
We've had some more messages on WhatsApp. Please, humble request to mere Aqa Imam Hussain alayhi salam, dua karna, tarap rahe hai bande, sab dua kabul kare. Mera naam hai Amir Ganchi and family, please. Inshallah, we will definitely pray for you. Please please pay my salams and duas. Wish to come here as soon as possible. Rubab Adnan from Pakistan says, Mera salam kehna Imam Hussain ko. اور ان کے کنبے کو، اور میری دعا عرض کر دیں کہ جلد ہی میں بھی یہاں آؤں. انشاءاللہ آپ یہاں آئیں گی اور آپ خود مولا حسین کے در پر آ کر دعا کر سکے گی. انشاءاللہ ہم بھی آپ کے لیے دعا کریں گے. These are messages from all around the world in a multitude of languages. This shows the universality of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam.
Subhanallah.
I know we don't have long
Subhanallah.
left. A couple more messages have just come through just now. Fawzia, Irfan, Abbas, Labaik, Ya Hussein, please pray for me and my family, especially my parents. Please Mawla call us soon. Qambar Ali, Salam, Ya Hussein. So
Absolutely.
we are passing your messages on and sending your salams on, inshallah. There was a request for Akhir Hussein Mahu. If we can have a salawat.
اللهم
Allahumma
صل
salli ala
على محمد وآل
Muhammad
محمد
wa
وعجل
ali
فرجهم.
Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. اکبر کو اپنے کاندھے پہ کس طرح اٹھایا، چھوٹی لحد میں اصغر کو کس طرح سلایا، تمہاری بے کسی پر کیسے نہ خون بہاؤں،
آخر حسین ماں ہوں،
کیسے گلے پہ تیرے خنجر میں چلتا دیکھوں،
آخر حسین ماں ہوں،
گردن پہ تیرے رکھ
ہائے 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 ہائے.
کے اپنا گلا کٹا لوں،
آخر حسین ماں ہوں،
پامال ہو نہ جائے لاشا تمہارا رن میں، میرا جگر ہے ٹکڑے قوت نہیں بدن میں، تیرے بدن کے ٹکڑے کیسے میں خود اٹھاؤں.
آخر حسین ماں ہوں.
Imagine these words. Sayyidah Fatima says, کیسے سنبھل سکو گے گھوڑے پہ میرے بیٹا، تیروں سے بھر گیا ہے بیٹا تمہارا لاشا،
ہر ایک تیر اپنے ہاتھوں سے میں نکالوں، آخر حسین ماں ہوں.
بڑھتا ہے ایک ظالم ہاتھوں میں لے کے خنجر، گھوڑے سے اب گرے ہو سجدے میں ہے تیرا سر،
سر تیرا کٹنا چاہے، آؤ تمہیں چھپا لوں، آخر حسین ماں ہوں.
نوحہ تھا یہ تجانی مظلوم ماں کے لب پر، سوکھی ہے تیری گردن اور شمر کا ہے خنجر،
اب کیسے تیرے تن سے جان کو نکلتا دیکھوں، آخر حسین ماں ہوں.
گھوڑے سے جب گرے شبیر خاک پر، خاطر سے بھرا تن تھا لہو میں تر، بولا تھا شمر یہ بالوں کو کھینچ کر، प्यासा तुम्हें ज़िबा कर दूंगा रेत
आ
पर.
जाओ मेरे लाल चिल्लाई फातिमा ए शिम्र रोक लो खंजर जो है तेरा जहरा से वो मगर मुंह अपना फेर कर मजलूम हल्क पे उसकी परी नजर हाय हाय लहू की प्यास वो शिम्र का बढ़ा प्यासा गला हुसैन का खंजर से कट गया प्यासा गला हुसैन का खंजर से कट
Hi,
गया
hi, hi. This poem is a heart-wrenching, for those of you who don't understand, it's a heart-wrenching poem where Sayyidah Fatima takes her son's head. This is talking about the day of Ashura. She takes her son's head into her laps. And according to narrations, it is said that when Imam al-Hussein fell onto the ground of Karbala and Shimr sat on the chest of Imam al-Hussein, all the angels and the jinn and the prophets came, and none of them could bear this sight. They all went up to the heavens. Even the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, Imam Ali, Imam Hassan alayhi salam, they came. They turned their faces away because of the pain that was in this situation. But Sayyidah Fatima steps forward. She puts the head of Imam al-Hussein into her laps, and she says, "Oh Hussein, let me cradle you like I used to cradle you when you were a young child. Like I used to cradle you when you were a baby, when you were a toddler, when you were a child. Hussein, Hussein, come to your mother." When Imam al-Hussein's head is about to be severed, even Shimr says that when I was about to cut the head of Hussein, I could hear the sounds of a woman wailing, and it was none other than Sayyidah Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha. Often I think to myself, why would she be the one who cradles the head of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam? And I guess it is only those of you who are watching at home who are mothers, you will know the answer to this. Because a mother can take any pain, any sorrow, any grief, just to give her child a moment of peace and comfort. And Sayyidah Fatima says to Imam al-Hussein, "Oh my son, you have spent the whole day carrying body after body. You've spent the last few moments taking arrow after arrow. Son, I can't change back time. I can't stop these events from happening. I can't even pull out the arrows with my hands. But all I can do is cradle your head in my laps, to stroke your hair in your final moments, to wipe the blood from your face, and to talk to you, and to console you in your final moments as your life is ebbing away." And she says to Imam al-Hussein that, "How can this mother bear to see this moment? I wish I could place my neck upon your neck and take the dagger of Shimr upon my neck, just to give you some comfort." Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
And this is why when you look out at Bain al-Haramain, and I'm hoping that you're getting shots of Bain al-Haramain, you will see people with these sort of maqtals, maqatil and masa'ib in mind, are broken with grief. You find that they're completely silent. This is something that you don't often see. It's almost silent. You can hear the water rushing from the pipes that are supplying the water tanks. That's how quiet it is in Bain al-Haramain. Everyone is broken. Everyone's lighting candles. And all you can hear in the background is just constant maqatil and du'as being recited from the speakers from the dari of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. If you haven't had the opportunity to come once again, I earnestly do request, do try to come. We've got a lot of messages saying, if so, our humble salam to Mawla Hussein and Mawla Abbas and all the martyrs of Karbala. Please do dua that we stay on the path of Mawla Hussein, of righteousness, of haqq and iman. And inshallah, maybe one day see the spiritual places as well. We've got a message saying, "Salam Tejani brothers, my name is Ghulam Abbas, and I'm sending my salam on Mawla Imam Hussein. Please pray for my parents and my family's good health and well-being. May Allah bless you both. Thank you for being on a live program today. You're doing a good job, mashallah. Keep up the good work." One saying, "Salam Ya Hussein, please make dua for me, Suraya from London, for my health and shifa, for my family, my children, my grandchildren. Please give my salam, pursa and prayers for hidayat, for my children, bihaqqi ma'soomay Karbala, bihaqqi Hussein alayhi salatu wassalam."
Just goes to show the love, and we have this word, hope, love, muhabbat. It just goes to show how much love that we have for Imam al-Hussein from all over the world. It is so difficult to put into words the grief and the sorrow that we feel as the lovers of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. I know that from wherever you must be watching, you must have spent all day, maybe even the last 24 hours from the time of Maghrib last night, just busy in azar, in du'as, in a'mal, remembering the masayib of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Tonight, you will mourn the Shaam-e-Ghariba. You will go home to the comfort of your beds. You will go home, you will have food, you will have water. Just for a moment. It doesn't have to be long. Just for a moment, when you're sleeping in that comfortable bed of yours, when you're drinking water, when you're eating food, just remember the masayib and the feelings that Sayyidah Zainab, Bibi Sakina, Rabab, Kulthum must have felt tonight. They've been through 3 days of hunger and thirst. They've been through the day of ASHURA. But their battle has just begun because they still have a long, long journey to go on. According to narrations, it is written that the Ahlul Bayt, the men of the Ahlul Bayt, who went to fight, fought in 3 days of thirst. But nobody really knows when the women of the Ahlul Bayt, when Sayyidah Zainab, when Bibi Sakina, salamullahi alayha, had water to drink.
Absolutely.
That fact is unknown in history.
Absolutely. And you find that even when it came time after Ashura, when the enemies of the Ahlul Bayt brought water for the women and children, you'd find they'd bring it in such a way that they would offer the water and then spill the water onto the floor before them, just to make the sensation and the pain of that hunger and thirst worse. These people were truly inhumane. Throughout history, I have not found a single example where women and children are treated in such a way. A 6-month-old is slaughtered like a camel. A 4-year-old girl is slapped and broken in such a way that she is destroyed both physically and mentally as well. May God curse the oppressors that began and this is in Ziyarat Ashura, may God curse the first one to do dhulm on the haqq, the right of Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad, all the way up until the final ones that will do injustice and usurp the haqq of the of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad when the Prophet Imam comes.
May Allah send his la'nat upon those who made these holy personalities, this Ahlul Bayt, endure so much pain and so much suffering.
We have a message on WhatsApp from a sister called Tasneem Kausar saying, Assalamu alaikum, please do dua for a few mareeds, so few ill people. One is a young man who's 26 years old. His name is Abbas Raza, and he had a heart attack. Number 2 is a young man named Ali Muhsin, and he has got cancer. And number 3, do dua for all mareed. And me, my name is Tasneem Kausar. Please ask about Abdullah to give me health. Don't let me go back empty-handed. We have no one but our imams.
We will definitely pray for you. Thank you very much for your message. I think we have a call. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Brother, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Wa alaikum assalam. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Brother, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Rohan from India.
MashaAllah. And do you have any particular message or anything you want to pass?
Not yet. Say salam to all Ahlul Bayt there
Inshallah.
in Iraq.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. We will definitely pray for you. Send your salams as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your call today, inshallah. We pray that through the wasila of the Ahlul Bayt, Imam Hussein Abul Fadl Abbas, that also your heart's desires are accepted, your du'as are accepted. And we also pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants maybe an iota of peace in the heart of Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha today.
We've got another message on the WhatsApp. Condolences to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and Bibi Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha, and to the whole world who is crying for my beloved Imam Hussein in his family and Ashura. I pray my children and I be sacrificed for my Imam. My salams to my Imam. Please send my salams and my children's salam and my parents' salam to the Imam, and please do dua that me and my family come to Karbala and all my du'as come true. My father, who is ill, he has lung cancer, to give him shifa and give me shifa. I love you, Imam Hussein. From Razina Fatima. Please, a humble request to Mere Aqa Imam Hussein. I think we've read some of these messages out.
Yes, yeah. I mean, there's a theme
It's,
coming through. Yeah.
it's just a message from a team who spread Azadari, called a Shia Matamdari Salam Shabir Bhai. Please remember Shia Matamdari team in your prayers. Rizvi Ali, we definitely will remember you in our prayers. We have only 2 minutes left, and we don't have much time. Only suffice to say that do remember the Ahlul Bayt tonight in your prayers. Do remember the thirst of Sayyidah Zainab. Remember what they've been through. When your bones are aching, when your limbs are aching in your bed tonight, just remember what the holy household must have gone through tonight.
Absolutely. And just remember to uphold the message that the Ahlul Bayt went through all this suffering for. Remember to stand up against injustice. Stand up against your own nafs. When your nafs is pulling you towards sin, stand firm against it.
Yeah.
Stand and make Imam Hussein alayhi salam proud. Pave the way for the 12th Imam to come.
Without a doubt. We're running out of time very quickly. Just remind you, we have a show again tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. British Summer Time and 6 p.m. British Summer Time. The shows will go on until Saturday the 22nd of September. And tonight we leave you in Bainul Haramain. We recite Labbaik Ya Hussein. I want you to all raise your hands at home. Tonight is the night when we say Labbaik Ya Hussein. We've seen Imam al-Hussein sacrifice his life for Islam. We say to him, we will stand by your side. Everybody raise your hands at home and say 10 times Labbaik Ya Hussein.
Labbaik Ya Hussein. Labbaik Ya Hussein. Labbaik Ya Hussein. Labbaik Ya Hussein. Labbaik Ya Hussein. Labbaik Ya Hussein. Labbaik Ya Hussein. Labbaik Ya Hussein. Labbaik Ya Hussein. Labbaik Ya Hussein.
Wassalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.